Yeah.
Absolute beautiful football.
Oh,
The difference between Manchester City and PSG. I know PSG beat them earlier on in the campaign, but the difference between them was the same as it was earlier on in the last year when they played them in the Champions League last year. Man City are streets ahead of PSG as a footballing operation. Guardiola is in a different bracket of manager to Pochettino. I know I don't want to get into technical terms because I'll leave that to the players, but when you've got three players up front that don't want to work particularly hard, you're always going to be disadvantaged, which is what PSG had.
Yeah.
But Manchester City, as a football team, are as good as anything I've ever seen. I mean, I watched it and thought to myself...
As good as anything you've ever seen?
That is poetry in motion.
Wow. Pep, are you driving to the training ground and listening to this?
If you look at some of the technical prowess and ability of that football team across the board, there is very little better than that in world football.
Well, they are flying, of course. At one stage you called them the Frankenstein Club. No longer.
They are still a Frankenstein Club for a variety of different reasons, but it doesn't alter the fact that I've always said they're a very good football team, and now they're reaching levels of competency and technical ability which is better than I've ever seen.
Many Manchester City fans, Dan is one of them, saying, Simon Jordan? Jim, ask him, is he feeling okay? Did you hear him about our Manchester City? You were straight in,
they're a brilliant
and
team.
You said they're possibly the best you've ever seen.
Oh, and they are an outstanding side. I mean, they weren't playing against a poor side. They were playing against arguably a side that should be pound for pound where they are, and against a manager that people are lauding as taking the next big job in football.
Yeah.
And whilst PSG were dangerous and caught them on a counter-attack, but as far as football and how football should be played and should be watched, I can't find an argument to look at Manchester City and say, this is just irrepressible football. It's beautiful football. Every one of them is competent to a level that I don't recall seeing that often. I know the bar is being raised. I know Chelsea are good. I know Liverpool are good. But there's something about Man City that you sat there and watched and went, this is how football should be played. This is how footballers should be able to control the ball. This is how people should be able to pass the ball. This is how footballers should be able to move and make themselves available and constantly show. And the technical prowess and ability was of a level that justifies to some extent some of these outlandish salaries that are being paid out there. When you see football like that, you say, okay, I still think they're getting paid too much, but these guys... Not the guys that get the benefit of the drip-down effect of huge wages. These guys are at the top of their trade. And when you see the top of the trade, you go... Now that's bloody good. That's good. That's what good looks like.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. My goodness
Fair
me,
play to them.
Simon, what is going on? What is going on? So they're almost worth their money.
Well, look, that's a different discussion. But in the context of people getting paid this outrageous amount of money, that is what it should look like across the board.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning, 10 till 1. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.